talking about liquor. That's talking about any strong drink you can get out of the liquor store. As long as this is a nice one, a good expensive one, a kosher one. Not this other madness that I mentioned that you can put in a space shuttle and fly it to the moon with. Read.
And wine unto those that be heavy of heart.
And wine. You always start calling somebody a wino. It says give wine unto those that be heavy of heart. So what do you so-called preachers mean? What do you so-called preachers mean when you tell the church they cannot drink? You are a liar, Reverend Porkchop. You are a liar, Miss Porkchop. You are a liar, Church of Paul and Christ. You are a liar, Church of the Divinian Order. You are a liar, Northern Baptist, Southern Baptist. You are a liar, Catholic Church. You are a liar, Carol Rujitler. Oh, I'm sorry, Pope John Paul II. Well, that's your name anyway, Carol Rujitler. And everybody knows you that you're a homosexual and a child molester. Now, we're going to go continue in the scriptures and clear up some more of these lies that have been perpetrated by the devil. Another lie, king-size lie. Give me Isaiah the 14th chapter. And start at the 6th verse. Another lie that they teach in church is that you got to die to go to heaven, and that hell is a place where you will burn in eternity. Let me say this. Heaven and hell are two conditions that are played out by people on this earth. Right now, our people, so-called black people, the 12 tribes of Israel, are under the domain and the rulership of Satan, which is the white man, within his power structure and his heaven, which has been hell for us. Hell is not under the ground, brothers and sisters. You black women got to pull them wigs off your head and stop teaching your daughter that if she be bad, she going to die and go in hell. She was born in hell when the doctor pulled her out of you. So what do you mean she's going to die and go to hell? She died and came back in hell. We're in hell. We're sitting in the midst of hell. And the keeper of hell is Satan. And Satan is the white man. Now we're going to prove to you that hell is not under the ground. I want you to read Isaiah 14, and I want you to start at the 6th verse. Reverend Price, you need to get a pencil out and a paper and take these scriptures down. You said this week on TV that God is black. Good, I'll give you a hand for that. Yeah, I like that. But the only thing is that you didn't go to the scriptures to prove it. But we can go to the scriptures and prove that Christ was black, that the Most High is black, that the angels are black, that the Israelites are black, and that the devil is a so-called white man. That's another thing, Reverend Price. I challenge you today. If you're going to bring out that God is black, which is true, all you got to do is read Daniel 7 and 9 to prove that. Then you need to bring out what color the devil is and who he is. I challenge you to do that, because we can do that. We have the guts to do it and the knowledge to do it. Let's read.
He who smite the people in wrath.
He who smote the people in wrath.
With a continual stroke.
With a continual stroke. Let's examine that. Who has smitten people in wrath with a continual stroke? Was it the Egyptians? No. Has it been the Arabs? No. Was it the American Indian? No. Was it the Negro? No. Is it the white man? World War I. Boom. Yes, he dropped a bomb. World War II. Boom. He dropped bombs. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He dropped bombs. Iraq. Iran. Afghanistan. I could go on and on and on and on. Grenada. Panama. Desert Storm. All over the planet Earth, the so-called white man has been continuously stroking the nations with his wrath if they do not conform to his so-called democracy, which is nothing but demonology and Satanism. Read on.
He that rules the nations in anger.
This white man rules the nations in anger. Now, Reverend Price and you other reverends that's out there, you can't get mad and say that we're teaching racism. We're teaching facts. The Negroes have not ruled the nations in anger. Puerto Ricans have not ruled nations in anger. The North American Indians have not ruled nations in anger. Egypt didn't rule nations in anger except for they had the Israelites in slavery up to 400 years, but they didn't rule the world. They ruled over the Israelites. The Hyksos, which was the beginning of the Egyptians, did not rule the nations in anger. And the Hyksos was before Joseph. You don't know any history or archaeology, so that's why we're teaching you. Read.
He that ruleth nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth.
The white man is being persecuted now by terrorism. Terrorist groups are being sent here from all over the world. They want to go into Bosnia, Serbia, and Croatia, and all those places and try to bomb certain areas to call themselves as peacekeeping troops. How could you bring peace by dropping bombs? Who in the hell gave them the authority to go to Bosnia and bomb anything? Who gave them the authority to go to Iraq and bomb anything? Who gave them the authority to bomb anything, period? They are a wicked nation of people, and they do what they want to do if you don't do what they say. Read.
The whole earth is at rest.
The whole earth will be at rest when these devils are brought down. Read.
And is quiet.
And they're going to be quiet because the Israelites are going to be ruling this world in righteousness. Read.
They break forth into singing. Yea, the fig trees rejoice. Yea, the fig tree rejoice at thee. And the cedars of Lebanon are saying, since thou art laid down, none fellow is come up against us.
When the white man is brought down, he won't be able to cut down any more trees. He won't be able to bring down any more nations. He's going to be brought down by the power of the Supreme Being. This is what you fail to understand in church. You churches are nothing but a psychotic sideshow. You're a circus. You're not teaching black people anything but lies and falsehood. You got them running around looking for a dream that's nothing but a nightmare. Talking about what Martin Luther King said. Martin Luther King's dream was a nightmare. It never got up off the ground, and it never will. We're further today backwards than when he was alive. Racism is more deeply rooted in this country and around the world now than it's ever been at any time. Read.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
That proves that hell is not under the ground. Read that again.
Hell from beneath.
Hell from beneath. Go ahead.
Is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Meaning that you so-called white people are going to catch hell all over the planet Earth from the other nations. It's going to prove that.
It stirred up the dead for thee.
This hell is going to stir up the dead. Who are the dead? The other nations. Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. All of the nations of the earth are being stirred up now to the fact that the white man is evil, wicked, he's a thief, a liar, a vagabond, and a bastard. And they're angry with him. And they all want to get their hands around his neck. That's why the World Trade Center got blown up. There should be no big stink about that or mystery. And you're not going to stop terrorism. Terrorists are already here. They're planted all over the United States. Terrorists come to the United States every day with a Visa card. And if they want to get bombs, all they got to do is get a driver's license and go down south. And they can buy all the dynamite, C4, and everything else that they want and blow something else up. When you read the scriptures, it tell you that these things are going to happen. You churches are not teaching this because you churches are nothing but witch covens and whorehouses and a circus side freak show is what you are. And a lot of you pastors in these churches are going to be hunted down by your congregation and put to death. That's indicated in the Holy Scriptures also, because you're nothing but pimps and liars. Read.
Even all the chief ones of the earth, it hath raised up from the throne of all the kings of the nation.
That proves that hell is not under the ground. If hell is under the ground, how could it raise up all the kings of the nations? The hell that the nations is catching is from the white man. That's hell. That proves that hell is a condition. Do you understand that, Mr. Preacher? Hell is not under the ground. They got oil rigs. They dig under the ground. They try to dig to the center of the earth. There's nothing down in the earth other than oil, and if you go to the center of the earth, there's fire down there. But there's nobody running around with a costume on and two horns and a tail and a red suit claiming to be the devil. the devil is on top.